Let's peep the statistics.
Americans were robbed of $1.3 billion of today's dollars right after slavery, at a time when people were
Just the
saying that
facts.
ex-slaves couldn't make it on their own. The Freedmen's Bank was built to prove the opposite. In 1865, Congress set up what was thought to be a black-owned bank to help newly freed black Americans. It was supposed to assist ex-slaves in becoming financially responsible, safely storing their
They owe
money,
us.
and creating savings to support the future generation. But it turned out to be one of the biggest scams in history. While it was initially successful, the bank failed because of its mismanagement and fraud. When the bank collapsed, it owed almost $3 million to over 61,000
They owe
depositors.
us, man.
It was basically the cornerstone of the racial wealth gap we see today. Here is the true story of Freedmen's Bank. Starting off with,
All right, now, I want to know something. I got a question. Maybe y'all can help me to answer this question and figure this out. Okay, so they brought us here. Let's take it all the way back. They brought us here. Okay, all right. Basically to fail, to use us for labor. Okay, so then some of us knew how to read. So then you was getting beat and slashed, you know what I'm saying? And whips and slashed and all these type of things because if you knew how to read or you taught someone else, your own people how to read. Okay, boom. Let's fast forward. Okay, now they had the Ku Klux Klan. We all know what the Ku Klux Klan was about: murder, rape, bigotry, racism. Now, what they did was they had to upgrade. I was saying, America needs to upgrade. Look at all this yesteryear backwoods bullshit of these laws that they had. Okay, so what they did was they did upgrade. They did upgrade. They did upgrade. And just like the first design, black people wasn't in mind. You know what I'm saying? So now you can be racist. You can not like black people. You can not whatever. You know what I'm saying? But to take it all the way there to where it's systemic racism, to where you smiling in people's faces, steadily taking from them and then beating them, and it's just a new way of um, a new form of racism to me. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it going, smiling in your face and hey, and being cool, and then still doing and having the same narrative that they've been having. So my question is, if you're from America, right? Just say shit. If you're from America, because if you do something wrong or you do something bad or whatever, that's what it's gonna come down to. Where are they from? Yada yada yada. Okay, we're Americans, right? Is it possible that you can sue America while still being within America, since they don't want to give us our racism? They don't want to give us our reparations. So is it possible for us to sue America and win in their own court justice system? Now, this is something that is documented. They have plenty of films of the injustice of black people, shown black people just walking, white people all behind them, running behind them, kicking them while they walking and socking them in the back of the head, all these type of things. So they documented all these type of things. All right. So do you think that black people would win in court? Or will it make the judicial system look faulty like it is? Dig that. Sit on that. Is it possible to sue America while being American within America and win? If not, if it is what it is, see, the thing is that we still have hope because they smiling in our face, hey, and all this other type of shit. So we thinking it's still hope or it's getting better, but in actuality, it's not. It is not. Do you want your kids to go through the same shit that you went through growing up, being black? It's something to think about. It's something to think about getting your passport and getting the hell up out of here and go somewhere else and get while you're still young and give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole world doesn't feel like us, like how these bigots and racists feel about black people. Everybody in the world don't feel like that. They know that black people are the chosen people. They know that the reason why they're trying to keep us down is because of the fact of we're exceptionable people, God-fearing people. even through all the things that we've been through in America. You know what I'm saying? That they don't want to, we still contributing to the cause, to their thing and making them rich. But then we ask for just a little cutback or just a little, some little, and they don't want to do it. It'll mess up the deficit. Off top, it'll mess up the deficit. But you can give hundreds of millions of dollars to other countries. What does that really say? I mean, come on now. Like, are we just standing for it? Or are we gonna get the hell up out of here? You feel what I'm saying? Or get the hell up out of here and go to another country and be a part of their system, and they give and we live how we're supposed to live. And we're not supposed to, first of all, we're not supposed to even be living on our knees, and we Americans, the most richest country in the world, and people is doing bad. But the rich people is, I just heard somebody say, like, I try to give Donald Trump and be optimistic about Donald Trump, but somebody had said something, it kind of made me like, damn, like, okay, he is from that world, the billionaire world, the billionaires, the money, the big people, the big shit. So all he's going to do is take care of the people who are billionaires and have money like that, like him. That's how they keep being rich, is from the little people, giving, and not giving back to them, and then taking their money, taking our money, and then going somewhere else and helping and bailing other people out, but they ain't bailing us out. What does that say? And what does that say about the white people that you're friends with that got power? What does that say about the white people that got power, that's your friends, that's supposed to be cool with you, and they only cool with you somewhere because you got some money like them? Not nowhere near the money they got, but somewhat money, something like that. Come on, man. Don't you see the banana in the tailpipe and the buffoonery that's going on and the debauchery that's going on? Come on. It's just a slap in the face. And what it is that, yeah, they racist. Yeah, they racist, but not of them are full on racist. They just don't care because it's not affecting them. So they don't care. And they told not to care. What does that say? The fact of every time that you go out and you could be a bum and be in Vegas, you could be a bum. And somebody give you some money, $5, you stand in front of 7-Eleven or something, instead of taking that $5 and you go smoke it or do whatever you're doing with it, a bottle or whatever, you go and look clean enough to go in one of these casinos and you put that money up in there. And all of a sudden your shit change and you win and you get a whole bunch of money. Guess what? The government is right there to get their piece. Before that $5 that person gave you and you hit that big money, they wasn't giving a damn about you. The fact that they tax on tips for people, for women that's waitresses and waiters and all that, they tax for tips. What does that say? They tax on everything. Every single person in this world, every single person in the United States, they tax. So how is it not enough money for anything? It's just sad. It really is. It makes the U.S., it puts a black eye in the game. It just really while they try to cover up all that shit and push all our stuff in the back, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a black eye for America to have been acting like this in the 50s and 60s and beating and all this type of, it's like really a black eye but they try to push it back, but then don't want to give. What kind of whoops? They lucky black people haven't went banoodles and bonkers and bananas and went off and did a whole bunch of shit. They lucky. You know what I'm saying? Because black people really not on that, because they got us to where they got us on the bay of, we may help y'all, but they know damn well that they're not. So they have black people thinking that they're going to throw us a bone, which we deserve it. Plus we still contribute. I can see we was just asking. We damn for surely contribute to this country through sports, entertainment, buying people. We buying all these people clothes that don't give a damn about us. They'll tell you, if my wealth depended on black people, they'll tell you, and people still buy their clothes. How come black people are not circulating their dollars within themselves? How many times have they got to show us that they don't care about us? The biggest person they did that to was Michael Jackson. You got to realize those people, the kids that the accusers that they made the kids accuse Michael Jackson. They had Michael Jackson getting naked and all that, taking pictures of what does he look like with his clothes off, and is he as big a idol down there? Does he have different spots down there? Michael Jackson was very upset behind that. He's like, they took pictures of my buttocks. They took pictures of my frontal. They did Michael Jackson bad. And if they had the chance, they'd do you like that too. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why you don't really see the KKK out too much. You wonder why you don't see them out with their big sheets and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know why you don't see them? Because they traded their uniforms for police and law enforcement uniforms. That's why. See, white people don't care about it because it doesn't affect them. But as soon as one of their kids date outside of their race and they have a child, and that white woman who, she may not be as racist as the rest, but she for damn sure don't want her neighbors to see her daughter with a black man. And then all of a sudden, first, some of them deny the kids. Take them out the wheel, all that. Try to deny don't want to see the grandkid or whatever. But something happens to where they have no choice but to see that grandkid or embrace it. And when they see them inside of that baby's face, when they see their features in that baby's face and that baby is black, I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what nationality you are. If that black man sleeps with that woman and she's a different race of descent, that baby's black. And black is beautiful. Just like every other race, the descent and color and creed is beautiful in their own right. How can people even sleep at night? They can sleep at night because of the fact of their pockets is being full. They have no problems. Something happens, somebody die in their family, they can go to the bank and go get the money and pay for the funeral. One or two people. In black situations, you have to have 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 different families come and give when it's an unexpected death. And it hurts bad when it's somebody that you love and you don't have the money to bury them. It costs more to die than it do to live nowadays. It's horrific of what's going on. You can't even really mourn the way that you want to because you're so worried about paying for the funeral. And then when you do have the funeral, these people, these mortuaries and all these people, it's like, hurry up and buy, hurry, because we got to make room for the next people who died and their family. So you don't really have time to mourn. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this world is terrible. I really didn't even really pay attention to the world like that, and maybe until maybe 10 years ago. And I started looking, I'm like, damn, like, we supposed to have more. We supposed to have more. We see everybody else having more. Just think about how, it goes along with every city and state, but especially us Californians. We living right there next to the dream of America. Hollywood sign and Bel Air and Brentwood and Westwood and, you know what I mean? And Beverly Hills and, you know what I'm saying? We living right next to it. And them people just looking up, something's going down over there with those niggers. And that's how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It is. Look at Scott Scorse's wife. Hurry up and get my car, get my keys wet back. You're beneath me and all that old type. That's crazy that people talk like that. That's when you're overprivileged. That's when you just got all the money in your bank account. No, it's no problem. I remember one time we seen a white lady. This white lady got pulled over by the police, and she was like, for Christ's sakes, officer, I'm white. And he let her go. I'm like, must be nice. Must be nice. When we driving around, black people driving around, police blurpers, blurp, blurp, we look like, is this going to be our last time alive? It seemed like the police, when they pull you over, they not even really tripping so much off the crime. They on some I want to feel like I'm above you. You must kneel down to me. You must bow down to me. Wait a minute. Last time I checked, don't the money out of my check go to the law enforcement? Why am I afraid of some people that I'm paying to protect me? Aren't I American? Right. Or is it America? Cuh. They come in smiles. They used to come with frowns and whips and chains and weapons, whooping your ass. Now they see that some of them is losing their job and losing their livelihood because of that bigotry and the racism. So what now they do is come with smiles, but still have the same agenda and narrative that they always had. Not saying that all white people, I'd be a fool to say that all white people are on that. They're not. That's what the trick of it comes now. It's the difference. Back in those days, it was the majority of all of them.
The bank's foundation.
All of them was on it. No matter where you was a slave, you ran from one slave shit and ran to, and you're gonna run right into another slave shit. But now, it's some white people that don't like that shit at all. They don't like that at all. The bigotry, the racism, because they already know it's like a cancer, and when it explodes, like a powder keg, it explodes. You know what I'm saying? So it's some white people that don't like that shit at all. And they are in power. That's why you see some of these people, you know what I'm saying? You just think they're gonna be rolling with it, and then they losing their job. That's how you end the racism, is when they start losing their jobs and their livelihoods are threatened or in jeopardy. That's when everybody's straightening it up and, I'm not a racist, I would never do it. It's because their livelihood, the same shit that they doing to us, it happens to them. That's what's gonna break racism. Because it's like a cancer. Racism is a disease and a cancer. And if you believe what I believe, you hit that subscribe and that like button, hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? If you're really tired of this shit, how many years do we have to keep going on and on and on? Or if you're tired of it, then speak on it. Speak up. Speak on it. Express yourself how you're supposed to. Sitting back and not doing nothing about it, or get with your, or to sit up. And another thing that I see about white people, the reason why a lot of the white people are racist is because they don't have any black friends. It's a majority of them. So they can just be around their people all day, all night, without seeing no black people. They can see them, but not intertwine with any black people at all. You understand? So it's easy for them to like, and shade and all that type of shit. It's because of the fact of, it's more of them than it is of us. We're only 20% of this nation, but we're the most focused on through the nation. Black people ain't trying to get some money so they can turn it around and get it in with white people. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to live and make sure our kids live better than what we was going through. It is what it is, Square Bitch. Y'all hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that share button. Floss mode, the month dawn. Gone. Floss mode.